Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my Steven Universe vlog review for Steven Universe Future vlog review for episode 8, Why So Blue? Um, Per usual, we're going to go over the overall thoughts, followed by the specifics with the bad and the good. Eh, who am I fucking kidding? There's no bad. This episode is phenomenal. Why can't we have more episodes like this? If Steven Universe Future was almost entirely centered around Steven working with the different crystal gems to go and reach um, other gems out there in the same style, like this, or even in the way that he worked with the rose quartzes. That would be that would make this season, uh, sequel series, whatever you want to call it, a million times better. The fact that these two episodes, the Rose Quartz one and now this one, feel almost kind of isolated from the rest really sucks, because these are the two best episodes by far of this of Steven Universe Future, and two of the best of this entire series. Um, so let's talk about it. So Steven and Lapis go to an alien world and find a couple of other Lapises there terraforming. And they try to get them to stop and realize that they don't have to do that anymore and that terraforming is wrong. Um, so let's talk about the different things I wrote down here as to why I love this episode. Um, First off, Lapis was just super cute and sassy in this episode. It's just like, it's funny. You guys remember, I'm sure, for those of you who had watched my Steven Universe reviews and stuff, or reactions and stuff in the past, I'm sure some of you who have been here a while, even on the old channel and all, remember that I didn't like Lapis at first. In fact, I actually kind of hated her. But that she actually began to turn around for me and became one of my favorite characters. And this episode continues to show why. She's grown so well, and she's become such a complex, wonderful character. Um, and I love how we get to see how she even still worries about how she used to be and how it affected others. That still haunts her. Because it would still haunt her to this point. We do get to see some more interesting creatures in this. These like flower bud like aliens. They're really fucking cute. Um, but let's talk about the other Lapises. So I kind of refer to them as Peppy Lapis and Emo Lapis, um, based on their designs. The Peppy Lapis is kind of brighter than her counterpart, and has these these cute freckles and this big smile. While the emo lapis definitely has like a lower hanging bangs, as well as almost a blank expression a lot of the time. Not all the time. She does definitely show emotion. It's just a lot of times she has almost this blank expression on her face, and it's just what I thought of to call her, you know? But they're both cute designs. I really like them. And I love that they question why terraforming is wrong. It's very good that they're questioning that. It's like, this is what we want to do. This is what we like to do. Why is it just suddenly wrong? Why is everything just suddenly different? This is what I wanted to see. I mentioned this, I think, in my first set of these vlogs when I did the first 4 episodes. I believe I mentioned this, that I wanted to see more of this kind of thing, of these gems questioning this, not just blatantly and blindly accepting it. Because that's what we were shown in the first 4 episodes. All of these gems coming out of nowhere, just blindly accepting Steven, even though they've never met him and don't even know he's Pink Diamond right off the bat. They just blindly accept everything. And then they just blindly accept it without any kind of struggle, without any kind of questioning about it. It just went too smoothly, too perfectly. I mentioned that before in the first 4 vlogs for this. I like seeing this because this is how it should be. they're willing to accept that the diamonds aren't doing this shit and aren't controlling them anymore. They know who Steven is, but this is what they know and this is what they like to do. And they don't understand why it's suddenly wrong to do it. They just don't get it. They aren't just instantly accepting of it. They actually have to be, in a way, taught. And this is actually why this episode would have been a better way to introduce the concept of the school. Maybe have it like where they mentioned they were trying to get a school started prior to this, but having this be the first episode for the school to actually like be a big factor in would have been fantastic. Having this other Lapis be the first student of the school, the Peppy Lapis, when she appears at the end, would have been fantastic. It would have been a great way to bring the school into this in a more natural way, rather than just it kind of popping out of nowhere and just it going completely smoothly and flawlessly as it did. But that's not so much a issue with this episode in particular. Um, I like when Steven and Lapis are talking about the other Lapises, and Steven's like, "Well, what made it click for you?" Like referring to like what made her realize that all of this was wrong and everything. And her response was a cycle of horrible torture. That was fucking hilarious. That was one of the best jokes I have heard in all of Steven Universe Future. Um, and I definitely put it up there with just all of Steven Universe. It was that good of a joke. It was that funny because it's fitting with her character to say something like that, but it's also true, and it's just really legitimately so dark and out there and sudden that it's just really well delivered. It was a really good joke that was based in reality for this character in the show. We got the Meat Morps returning with Lapis accidentally kind of teaching the other Lapises ways to use water as weapons. That's fun. And then we got some dancing and singing. The Peppy Lapis dancing was cute as fuck, by the way. That was super fucking cute. But on top of that, the Lapis song we got, which also called Why So Blue, like the episode, one of the best songs of this series. Not just Steven Universe Future, but all of Steven Universe. I'm not even kidding. Why is it that Lapis's songs are so fucking good? They are so fucking good. Um, this was one of the best songs of the series, and I think that this song was like kind of Lapis's equivalent to Pearl's big emotional song. You know, It's Over, isn't it? In the Mr. Greg episode. That was Pearl's big, well, Pearl's had a couple great songs, but that was her real big emotional song. That was a big tearjerker because it delved deep into her character and her psyche and was really heavy with that. And this song did that for Lapis. It delved into her emotional state, her psyche, her past, and where she has come. And it's phenomenal. Plus, it's just really well sung. Jennifer Paz does an amazing job um, singing it, and the lyrics are good. The tone of it is good. Like unlike the song, like the other episode, like a couple episodes back or something, this song was actually really fucking good. The Rainbow Quartz 2.0 song was terrible. This one was really fucking good. I like that when Lapis started to fight them after seeing no other way, she kind of went full Avatar state. Like, from the season one finale of Avatar The Last Airbender, when Aang goes Avatar state and uses the water to create this, like, giant fish monster, like, shell around him. Lapis kind of does that in this episode. She uses the water to create this giant lapis-shaped shell around her, and it's amazing. Um, I like how they did come around, but it's mostly the Peppy Lapis based on the end when she was the only one who came through the portal. Um, But again, it was such a good feel good way to end this episode, and it just felt like would have again been a much better way to introduce the school into the series. But either way, this episode was straight up phenomenal. One of the best of this entire show of all of Steven Universe, just like the Rose Quartz one was. And I just wish we could have more episodes like this. I really do. It's like this is like the kind of episode like that should be where this show has gone to, and it's like no, instead this show does really terrible shit most of the time nowadays. Pretty much since the second half of season 5 of the main series started. And this is the exception to the rule, which sucks because it used to be the other way around with Steven Universe, where this kind of good shit was the rule, not the exception. It really sucks, but it's still good to see these high quality episodes every now and again, and it's the one thing that keeps me watching this. Honestly, if it weren't for hope that we would have more episodes like this mixed in, I would have dropped this already. I would have dropped this already if I didn't have hope we would see more episodes like this. It's the only thing keeping me going at this point. And it really sucks to say that because Steven Universe used to be in my top 3 favorite shows of all time. Think about that. Really sucks that it fell so far. Not as far as Star versus the Forces of Evil. I don't think I've ever seen anything fall as hard as that one, but it's fallen far. But this, nonetheless, was definitely a phenomenal episode. Just wish that these kind of episodes were the rule rather than the exception. But tell me in the comments below what you thought of episode 8, Why So Blue, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.